What's going on? Facebook slash YouTube. Pop Culture Fandom here, and I'm back with another video. This will probably be the first time that you see me on video. I usually don't show my face, but I thought maybe it would help if you saw the person that was making these. So, I'm here to show off my new, updated, so far everything that I've done in my apartment, my mini posters, and everything I have in my physical media collection and my pop culture collection. So my first mini poster is of Viper. This is from the TV show. You might have heard of it or seen it. It was from the 1990s, and it was about this. It's almost like Knight Rider. It's about this car that was used to fight crime that transformed from a red Dodge Viper into the silver car, crime fighting car called the Defender. And it had all sorts of gadgets on it and weapons. It's a really good show. It's kind of almost maybe a ripoff of Knight Rider, but I like Knight Rider too. My second poster, of course, is the Avengers Age of Ultron poster that I got when I went to see the film. Back, I forgot when it came out, like 2015. I got this poster. It's not in good condition, but I'm trying to get a frame for it to make it look better. I got it from AMC Theaters. It's a limited edition when I went to see the film. At top, I have my now showing metal sign that I got from Amazon. It's part of a home theater decor. Really cheap. I think it's like, what, $4 or $5? So yeah, it's really good to add to home theaters or anything. So, my next mini poster that I made, the beautiful Jennifer Lawrence in one of her best roles, Tiffany Maxwell, in Silver Linings Playbook. Jennifer is one of my favorite actresses. I've been in love with her since I first saw her, I think, in The Hunger Games. And this is one of the best movies best roles, and she won an Academy Award for it. So, second one, Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. I was very surprised with this movie. I did not think I would like it. I usually don't like black and white films, but this is so good. It really was just the ending. I kind of knew what the ending was, but I was just enthralled in it from beginning to end, and the ending still got me. So if you have not seen Psycho, it's one of the earlier best horror slasher films from the 1960s. This is a mini poster of the movie The Uninvited with Emily Browning as Anna, another one of my favorite actresses. She's an Australian actress. But I first saw her in this movie and instantly fell in love with her too. She's become one of my favorites also. She's also in the movie Sucker Punch as Baby Doll. And she's also in Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events with Jim Carrey. Watch this movie if you haven't seen it, because it's an ending. There's a twist at the end that you won't see coming, trust me. This is one of my new mini posters that I have made of actresses Holly Marie Combs and my girl Shannen Doherty. Piper Halliwell, Prue Halliwell from Charmed. I love Holly and Shannen. Shannen is one of my favorite actresses of all time. She's been going through so much. She's been dealing with breast cancer, and this is probably one of the few actresses that if something were to happen to her, I probably would tear up a little bit because I love Shannen. She's just, she's definitely one of my favorites. This one I got in a frame. It's another Silver Linings Playbook mini poster that I made, and I put it in a frame. And again, it's Tiffany Maxwell, Pat Solitano, Jennifer Lawrence and Bradley Cooper, Silver Linings Playbook. This is a good scene, another good scene where Pat and Tiffany meet each other for the first time. And there's some chemistry going on, and it goes from there. If you have not seen this movie again, give it a watch. It's one of Jennifer Lawrence's and Bradley Cooper's best. This one is a mini poster I made from the Disney series That's So Raven, starring Raven-Symoné, Orlando Brown. I don't know what to say about him. Downward Spiral. This is a great Disney show. I was a Disney fan back in the early 2000s. You know, this is what got me into becoming a fan of Raven-Symoné. Just hilarious show. It's very kid friendly. It's something you can watch and sit down with your kids. If you've never seen That's So Raven, it is streaming now on Disney Plus. And one of my favorites, the great Judy Garland. Love her so much. She passed away in 1969 of an accidental overdose. She was only 47 years old. Of course, we all know her from The Wizard of Oz as Dorothy Gale. She was also in Meet Me in St. Louis and A Star is Born, which are two of my favorite films of hers. She is iconic. She will always be remembered. She would have turned, I think last year would have been her 100th birthday. So, rest in peace, Judy. You still have fans who love you. This one is from Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events. Again, with Jim Carrey, Liam Aiken, and again, Emily Browning as Violet, and Liam as Klaus. Didn't think I would like this movie as much as I did after giving it a try. It was on, I think, Netflix. And I ended up loving it, so. This next one I put in a frame. One of my other favorite TV shows, My Wife and Kids with Damon Wayans, Tisha Campbell. So funny, hilarious show from the early 2000s. If you haven't seen it, it's so funny. It only ran for 4 seasons, unfortunately. Well, actually, no, 5 seasons. It ran for 5 seasons. They only released seasons 1 and 2 on DVD. They never released the rest, which sucks because I would have loved to have owned it. You know, I'm only able to probably get the first 2. But this show is also streaming on Hulu, all 5 seasons. Check it out if you have not seen it. This one is The Unborn, starring Odette Yusman as Casey Belden. It is a horror film. It's sort of like a psychological horror. It's very good. Has another big twist at the end that you won't see coming, almost like the movie The Uninvited. Another one of my favorite actresses that I discovered when I first saw this film. And of course, the beautiful Megan Good is also in it. When she was as a younger, version, she plays her best friend. This is actually from a DVD cover of Judy Garland, James Mason, A Star is Born, and one of my favorite Judy Garland movies. Another great one of hers. It's a great musical. It came out in 1954. And Judy was actually nominated, I think, for an Academy Award. She was in her hospital room, and she actually lost the award. She didn't win it, but they had cameras in her hospital room getting ready for her acceptance speech if she actually won, but she didn't. But it's still an awesome movie, awesome musical. It's one of Judy Garland's best. She's phenomenal. This one is from The Next Karate Kid, Julie Pierce, by the beautiful Hilary Swank, who's now going to be a mom, and the late, great Pat Morita as Mr. Miyagi, one of the great actors of this whole franchise. The reason why I probably love this movie is because he's still in it. But Hilary Swank this is her breakout role, one of her earlier films, and she's just so phenomenal in it. I love her. She's so beautiful in this movie, especially at that age too. You know, she was really, really pretty, pretty girl. Here is, of course, just the Superman cover from the DVD I had. It was a snapper case, so I just decided to, when I upgraded the movie to Blu-ray, I decided to just take the DVD cover and put it on the wall to display it. August 1978 Superman with Christopher Reeve. This is a DVD cover of The Wizard of Oz, of course, with Judy Garland, one of her, another one of her top movies. Everyone knows about The Wizard of Oz. It's such a classic. This is another film, Silver Linings Playbook, another scene between Bradley Cooper and Jennifer Lawrence's character, Tiffany Maxwell and Pat Solitano, when they're in the diner and they start talking, and then, you know, there's an argument, and then Jennifer's character storms out. This is another great scene from that film. One of their second meetings, you know, they kind of go on a date, and so Pat's character orders Raisin Bran, and, you know, so check the movie out. It's another great scene. And this is a photo of the Green Ranger, the late, great, rest in peace, Jason David Frank, one of my favorite Power Rangers. Other than the red, everyone wanted to be the Green Ranger. So, you know, I got this photo, I printed it out as a remembrance and a dedication to one of my favorite Rangers, and one of my favorite Rangers that Jason David Frank portrayed in the whole Power Rangers franchise. Tommy Oliver, the Green Ranger, rest in peace. On this wall, you guys, I have my NWO NWO Wrestling T-shirt. I'm a big wrestling fan. I love the NWO. I grew up watching them in WCW. They came to WWE. I've always been an NWO fan. Here in the middle is my ring display. I printed this mini poster out, and I put the words on it. You know, Samara, She Never Sleeps, 7 Days. A great horror film. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it. It has sequels, and then I just put I got the Blu-ray here. I upgraded to the Steelbook. And underneath is a scene from the film, from the opening, with the beautiful Amber Tamblyn, Rachel Bella as Becca, and Amber Tamblyn as Katie Embry in the opening scene of the film, of them, you know, telling each other about the legend of the tape and, you know, the beginning, and unfortunately Katie's demise, and Rachel gets completely traumatized. Next, I have my Hall of Fame WWE 2019 t-shirt. I got this from WWE Shop. It was Hall of Fame Class of 2019. And, you know, it has D-Generation X, Bret Hart, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, Brutus the Barber Beefcake, the beautiful Tori Wilson, the Honky Tonk Man, Harlem Heat, Booker T, Stevie Ray, and of course DX with China. Rest in peace. This was the time when wrestling was the biggest. This really was. You know, legends from the past, legends from the Attitude Era. Down here, I have a DVD that I have on display. This is the end. It's a very good movie, very good comedy, really raunchy, R-rated for a reason. I saw it 2 times in theaters, twice. It was that good, actually. Cracked everyone up in the movie theater, both times I see it. It may be it kind of is a little bit outdated now. If you look at it, it may seem a little bit outdated, but if you love comedies, you're going to laugh your behind off, trust me. And this is a picture, a mini poster that I made from an image from the movie The Dark Knight with Christian Bale and the great late Heath Ledger. as one of the best performances as a Joker. You know, I love Cesar Romero. I love Jack Nicholson's Joker. But this Joker is just, you know, he was amazing. And Heath Ledger, I'm so, you know, rest in peace. Who knows what else he would have done if he hadn't passed away. One of his best roles ever. And of course, Christian Bale is awesome as Bruce Wayne and Batman too. In the middle, I have my Echo Show 5. Smart technology. Up here, it's a cardboard cutout of Sonic the Hedgehog 2 that I actually got from my son's Happy Meal. Looked at the box, decided I wanted to add it, you know, kind of display it as a homage. It was before the movie was released, so it was kind of like a little display I wanted to add, you know, before I saw the film. So basically, it's a side of a Happy Meal box that I decided to just cut out and frame up. This is a mini poster that I printed out of the beautiful Holly Marie Combs, Alyssa Milano, Rose McGowan, Charmed, Piper, Paige, and Phoebe. The Charmed has been one of my favorite shows. I completely fell in love with these actresses. I used to have all 8 seasons of the show. I have to rebuy them again to add back to my collection. But I just love Charmed. You know, I grew up, and the new one, not so much. The new one cannot hold a candle to this series. The original was the best, always will be. I have a mini poster here that I made of Knight Rider. The show Knight Rider came out in 1982. I was actually born in 82. So I was way too young to have watched it when it originally came out. David Hasselhoff, Patricia McPherson, Michael Knight, Bonnie Barstow. Great action 80s series. It's a little dated now. It might look a little bit, you know, a lot out of date, but trust me, if you're a fan of the show, you love it, regardless how much it hasn't aged well. Of course, it was in the 80s, but the beautiful Patricia McPherson. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen, for my display in my living room area. I'm going to make another video very soon displaying what I have in my bedroom, which has been updated a lot since my last video. And of course, I have there's a 40-inch down there. So this is just what I have in my living room. I'm going to add more stuff. I'm going to add maybe a gaming area. You know, this is my living room. It's a very small apartment. So I'm going to add LED lights maybe around the top of the wall to kind of frame everything I have. And I may add LED lights up there. And in this area over here, I'm actually going to turn into a gaming area with my PS5. I'm going to have a desk, and I'm going to put my PS5 and monitor over here. But this right now is just the living room and what I have on display. You know, so far in my pop culture collection. Like this video, guys. You know, subscribe to my channel. It really does help me. If you love movies, if you love pop culture, if you love comic books, superheroes, TV shows, movies, anything pop culture related, subscribe to my channel, tell others about it, and I could really use the support. So until next time, everyone, Happy New Year, happy 2023, guys, and I will talk to you and see you all in the next video.